Come on, shout, shout, knock yourself out. Come on, yell, yell, louder work. Hi, everybody. It's your old mate, Beetle Dave. How you all doing? Welcome back to the channel. I can't believe I've been really lucky. I've had some lovely VCLT off one of my subscribers, the Vinyl Vault. Um, this is the box. It came on Thursday. As I'm recording this, is now Saturday. So I have had a look at the records and everything, and I've cleaned them, which I spent most of yesterday doing. I spent about 4 hours cleaning records yesterday in the trusty old music room. So I thought it'd be nice to have a look at them. And if you haven't checked out the Vinyl Vault, please just do me a favour and check out his channel. It is the Vinyl Vault that is based in the UK, and his logo is basically a black record and it says the Vinyl Vault on it. So make sure if you do check it out, it's the right one. I will try and leave a link somewhere in the description below. Whether it comes out or not, I don't know. So once again, thank you to the Vinyl Vault for these wonderful gifts. I don't know what I've done to deserve you keep sending me records, mate, because this is about the third time now, but I'm over the moon. I've played some of them and others I haven't, so I just thought, you know, it'd be nice now to go through them with you. Like I say, I've cleaned them, but I haven't really looked at them properly, if that makes sense. I've put some of them into new anti-static sleeves. Please stay tuned because there will be a Beetle Dave's Twist and Shout out at the end of the video. So without ado, because we've been going for nearly 40 seconds, I'd better put my grandad glasses on. Just bear with me 1 second. I hate putting these on. That's better. I can see you all now. So as I say, everybody is doing well out there. So that I think there's about 9 albums and a load of singles. All the albums are Beatles or Beatles related, and the singles are a mixture of all sorts, to be honest. So please watch the whole video. So the Vinyl Vault is my old mate basically now, because we've been communicating for over a year. Christmas of that's just gone, I did get a massive collection of Beatles records off him. We did agree a price on that, but these are actually a gift to me. Which is, I mean, it's lovely, isn't it? When somebody like just sends you a text out the blue and says, "Dave, there's a parcel coming for you," and you think, what have I done to deserve it? You know. But yes, I am very overwhelmed. So without ado, let's get on with these records, shall we? So the first one is McCartney 2. These aren't in any particular order. These are just the way that I've got them stacked at the side of me. Released in 1980, wasn't it, this? Some good songs on this coming up. Temporary Secretary, On the Way, Waterfalls. Waterfalls is a very underrated song. Nobody Knows, side 2 is Front Parlour, Summer Day Song, Frozen Jap, Bogey Music, which is Fungus the Bogeyman, which was a kid's book, I think, child's book, Dark Room, and then One of These Days. And this is like the follow up to the McCartney album from 1970, i.e., Paul writes, plays all the instruments, sings, and there's a little bit of backup from Linda. Gatefold sleeve. And you do get the original lyric sheet with this. And the words as well. Now, to be fair, this one didn't really need cleaning when I got it, but I cleaned it anyway, so I put it into a new anti-static sleeve. And this is on a two-boxed EMI Parlophone silver and black label, where in America I think it came out on the Columbia label, didn't it, if I remember rightly. This is like virtually a brand new record. It really is like a brand new record. If it's getting to focus, folks. So that one is, like I say, that is in really nice condition. I don't know where he keeps getting all of his lovely record finds from, but like I say, if you've never checked out the Vinyl Vault, please just check out his channel. I think he's on somewhere like around 1,000 subscribers, but let's see if we can get him a few more. So yeah, that was the first one. I'm very happy with that. I've got different copies of this, but to be honest, this is probably the best copy I've got of it now. So thank you very much once again. And then we've got that predecessor, McCartney 1, or McCartney as it was called. We only call it McCartney 1 now, don't we? And this came out in 1970, just before the release of the Let It Be album, if I remember rightly. Gatefold sleeve again. Very, very underrated album in a lot of ways, this is. On the Apple label, and it is a UK copy. Lovely dark green Apple label. Can't do this right. For some reason, this computer, this laptop, doesn't like the white Apple label. It's very hard to get the... Yeah, it has got writing on it, honestly. Again, this is in really, really nice condition. Really, really wonderful songs on this. Very, very Beatlesque in places, isn't it? A lot of these songs probably would have ended up on Beatles albums if the Beatles hadn't split up when they did. Now, a bit of a... I mean, again, I'll put that into a new anti-static sleeve. Now, just a little bit of a side note. I was watching a video a few weeks ago, and apparently everybody like thinks that's the front cover, but apparently that was going to be the back cover, and that was supposed to be the front cover originally, or so the person said. Yeah, really, really nice condition. Again, probably this is a lot better than some of the copies I've already got. I did play this yesterday after cleaning it, and it sounds absolutely fantastic. It actually sounds like a brand new record. On my humble setup over there, the Sony Direct Drive with a Audio Technica cartridge in it, which isn't very expensive, like a £30 cartridge, but it really sounded nice. Excuse me. Now we've got this one, Abbey Road. This I did have to clean this twice. To be fair, it is an original UK pressing. The laminate is just starting to go, and you've just got a bit of the grate there. But yeah, I mean, the spine's not very good on it. Overall, it's not in too bad a condition. I say that I had to clean this twice, and I did, but to be honest, now I've cleaned it, it does look like a brand new record. Lovely, lovely, shiny vinyl. Yeah, see, you can sort of like see the words there, can't you? But when I go like that, well, you kind of see them. Again, I did play this one yesterday, and it sounded that good. I played it twice, and I actually had it on quite loud, and it sounded amazing. I was thinking that this was going to have a lot of background noise, and it might even jump, but it didn't. It played perfect, and as a bonus, we even got the original black inner sleeve with it. I know it's ripped and torn, but it's still nice to have that with it, isn't it? So yeah, so far all these records, although they did need cleaning, have sounded absolutely fantastic. And for saying they haven't costed me a penny, the Vinyl Vault very kindly gave me these as a gift, or as VCLT. Uh, and I don't know what I've done for him to keep sending me things. Like I say, he did send me a great big box of LPs just before Christmas. He sent me another lot about a month ago, 2 months ago. So, I'm always overwhelmed when people send me things. Next one is the classic Imagine by John Lennon. Again, I think this is an original UK first pressing. And this cover is actually in really, really nice condition. You don't get the poster or the postcard or the original in the sleeve of this. cleaned it, put it into a new polylined anti-static in the sleeve. But this, again, look at the shine on that. Yes, it has got a bit of writing just there, somebody's name. But if I had to point that out, you'd never have seen it, would you? And side. Again, it has got a name right near the spindle there. You see that one there, can't you? Was this John's greatest ever solo album? If it's not, it's close up there, isn't it? Again, I did play this, and it sounds pretty damn good, to be honest. Again, it sounded like it's hardly ever been played. So yeah, very happy with that. Imagine all the people living for today. Whoa. Hope you're enjoying this, folks. Then we've got Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. This is an original 1967 pressing from the UK on the yellow and black Parlophone label. That sounded posh, didn't it? So it doesn't suit me when I do posh, does it? It was in actually quite nice condition. Again, it's just starting to go a little bit at the seam. Back. Now, some of these it says a little help from my friends, and others will just say with a little help from my friends. I don't know which is supposed to be rarer. Yeah. Got your flip back on there. Hello, hello. It's the Beatles, or is it Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band? The nice thing about this is we do actually get the original full psychedelic sleeve. And this is in amazing condition. These usually are ripped. I've never seen one in quite as nice condition as this, unless it's an reissue. But this has got the patents pending or patents applied for, it says it on here. Made in Great Britain, patents applied for. Just there. And then the record. Again, this looked, I was quite surprised at how this played. It looked quite, what's the word, grubby. But I did clean it. I mean, I've got a Project record cleaning machine, and I did clean it, and it has actually come out really, really nice. So you get the gramophone cotex, and you've got the sold in the UK, subject to retail price conditions, PMC 7027. Great, isn't it? And again, I did play this yesterday, and it sounded absolutely amazing. And I'm not just saying that, it really did sound really, really nice. I think I've been, well, I know I've been very, very lucky for somebody to gift me these in the first place, but the sound quality on them, and yes, some of the sleeves or covers are a little bit grubby, but I mean, I can still clean some of these up anyway. But from what I've played of these so far, everyone sounds absolutely amazing, and probably better than what I thought they was going to play, if that makes sense. So far, everyone I've played, there's not very, very minimal, if any, surface noise on any of them so far. None of them have jumped, none of them are warped. So I think I can only just say thank you again to the Vinyl Vault. I don't really know what else to say. It's like Christmas or my birthday or something when somebody gives me something like this. Yes, I know I've probably got a lot of these albums anyway. The singles that we're going to look at in a bit is a different matter. But yeah, it's just amazing. I don't know what I keep doing for people to send me gifts. It's nice, don't get me wrong, it is nice. But I will be returning the favour to a few people over the next few weeks and months. Then we've got the Beatles 1967 to 1970. or the Blue Album as it is now called. And I think this is an original from 1973, from what I can make out. And I think last time the Vinyl Vault sent me a couple of these as well. But you can't have too many of these albums. The more I play these, and then the more I play the remixed versions from last year, the more I do appreciate these. That's not a criticism of the new ones. I think the new ones have got their merits as well. But I still think if you really want to hear how the Beatles wanted you to hear their singles and the album tracks, these are the go-to albums. And I know people are not going to agree with me on that. Certain people say, "Well, we like the we want to hear remix versions." Yeah, there's enough Beatles music and albums around for us all, isn't there? That's what I'll say. Gatefold sleeve. Again, I've put these in the new anti-static sleeves, but they did come with the original inner sleeves with the lyrics to all the songs. I will just show you one because obviously both of these have got the same labels. And again, this one, to be fair, looks like it's hardly ever been played. Really does look like it's hardly ever been played. Nice shiny record. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to play this one or the next one yet, so yeah, I love these albums. I've always got a bit of a soft spot for the Red and the Blue albums because I got into the Beatles basically just after John Lennon was murdered. It was because of John Lennon getting murdered that I actually got into the Beatles. Um, I think I've told you this story before, where my dad used to work shifts, and some days it'd be on days, and some days it'd be working nights. And he came home. I'd got from a night shift. I'd got a paper paper round, paperback round, paper round, and my dad says, "Oh, John Lennon's been murdered. He's been shot and he's died." And I thought he said John Lydon because I was into my punk and my new wave at the time. And I'm thinking, well, who's John Lennon? And my dad says, well, you know Yellow Submarine? And he goes, yeah. He says, you know Hey Jude? He goes, yeah. And he says, have you ever heard of a song called Imagine? And he goes, yeah. And he says, well, John Lennon was in the Beatles. He did Yellow Submarine and Hey Jude. And he also did Imagine as a solo artist. But although I knew all those songs, I never knew who sung them, basically. Wasn't ignorance or anything, it was just that it wasn't really my sort of music at that time. Although we used to sing Yellow Submarine at school for some reason. And then the last Red Album. Again, these covers are virtually in mint condition, aren't they? That one has got a sticker on it which says Snooper's Paradise, Brighton. Store number F033, so this must be some sort of like antique centre. Snoopers Paradise. If you live in Brighton, have you ever been to Snoopers Paradise? And £5 there again. Gatefold sleeve. And this is the one that's got the production credit for George Martin. Some of the red ones don't for some reason. And I'll show you just one of the LPs again because it seems a bit daft to show you both of them when they're virtually identical, aren't they? Side one. Look how shiny that is. Look at the shine. I know you're getting a bit of glare off the lights, but that looks like a brand new record. It actually looks better here than what you're seeing on there. The shine on this is amazing. It really is amazing. So yeah, brilliant. Um, I'm running out of things to say about the vinyl vault. All I can say is thank you, mate. And hopefully, people are watching this video and you don't know who the vinyl vault is. If you're watching this video and you don't know who the vinyl vault is, please just check him out. And I'm sure as soon as you start watching his videos, you will want to subscribe to his channel because he finds some absolutely amazing things. He's found everything from, really, really rare, like Led Zeppelin LPs to stuff like ABBA, Shawadi Wadi and things like that. You know, it's a vast spectrum of things that he's found over the years, or over the time he's been doing his YouTube channel. Just excuse me 1 second. So this video is sort of a special for the Vinyl Vault, and if we can get him some more subscribers, you know, you lot out there, I'm sure once you check his channel out, you will want to subscribe. It's all show and tell. You know, sometimes it's done in his room, his music room. Sometimes he's out at car boots and charity shops and things like that. It's actually a really good little channel, to be honest. Now we've got these. These are the singles. The story behind these is, a few weeks ago he got a massive box full of singles, and I mean there was like that, a massive box full of singles. There must have been 300 or something singles in it, and there was up for 10 pence each, and he was looking through them, and I think I've got this right. The bloke that was selling the singles just says, "Well, you can have the lot for a tenner." Now, to me, that sounds like a bargain. Whether there's stuff in there you like or not, you know, 300 singles for a tenner. So we did a video on it. Me and Sue watched it all the way through. It did go on. It went on for about an hour, this video, and then I sent him a message and says, "You know something, you've got a bargain there." It says me and Sue actually watched that all the way to the end, and you know there was things in there that we'd forgot was ever released as singles. I mean, there was some good stuff in it. There was some punk stuff. I think there was an Adamant one in there. Then there was things like Duran Duran and things like that, and then there's like things like Cliff Richard and Leo Sayo, and you know, the things that sold in vast quantities back in the day, but now sort of like nobody wants. It's gone out of fashion. Russ Abbott, there's a couple of Russ Abbott ones in there. So he just sent me a message. He says, "Well, if there's any of them that you want, just let me know and you can have them." So I didn't like say I'll have this and this. I just said, "Well, if you got any like punky sort of stuff, I'll have that." 'Cause like I said, it used to be a punk. So some of these are punk and some of them aren't punk. But do you know something? I didn't hardly have any of these. I think there's one in here that I actually had. And I think that was a David Bowie one, if I remember right off the top of my head. So first off, we got, how many of you can remember this? Shout, shout, knock yourself out, come on, yell, yell, now I'm a dead lad, dee, 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 put another dime in the record machine, Rocky Sharp and the replays. I can remember them playing this on Top of the Pops. I mean, the band played it on Top of the Pops, or mimed it on Top of the Pops. And it's a bit of a weird one, because it's not punk and it's not new wave and it's not like rock and roll or rockabilly. It's like the way they do it. It is like a mixture of all of it. So it's like a rockabilly song, but played with sort of like punk or new wave attitude, if that makes sense, and a bit of comedy. So this is on Dice 3A. Shout, shout, knock yourself out, Rocky Sharp and the replays, and it was from 1981. And on the B side, you've got Hey Hey Good Looking. It's not Hey Good Looking, Hey Hey Good Looking. Again, I played this yesterday, and I was jumping up and down in it while I was playing it. And I know it's daft when you get an old, isn't it? Chiswick Records. That was a nice thing to have. Then I got this one. I can't really recall this one, to be honest. This is a song called Danger Games by the Pinkies. Pinkies, not Pinky and Perky, the Pinkies. And you know, I was even wrecking my brain yesterday, and I'm thinking, can't remember it. But now when I played it, I knew it. How strange is that? Danger Games. And then the B side is Keep On Loving You. So that is the A side. And this one. Let's see. I should imagine this is from the late 70s, early 80s. So Quite strange because it doesn't say when it was actually released. But that's a nice one. And there's this one, XTC, Ball and Chain. Save us from the ball and chain. Save us from the ball and chain. Oh, oh. Computers and the tower crane. See? You even getting a little bit of singing from Beatle Dave today. So side one it's Ball and Chain. Side two is Punch and Judy. Heaven is paved with broken glass. You get 3 songs on that. On Virgin. Well, this looks like it's from the 60s, doesn't it? The way they've done that and the flip back and everything. VS 482. And the label on this is very like 60s. That is side A. B. Great, isn't it? Lovely. And this next band I'd heard of, but I can't really remember the song. It's the Leighton Buzzards with Saturday Night Beneath the Plastic Palm Trees. And it's funny because on there it says who the band was. It says David James bass, Kevin Steptoe drums. Well, do you think that was his real name, Kevin Steptoe? Bearing in mind in the 60s and the 70s there was a very popular television show in the UK. It was a comedy and it was called Steptoe and Son. So I don't know. Then you've got Jeff Diane vocals and Vernon Austin lead. I presume that means lead guitar. Produced by Steve Lillywhite, and this is on Chrysalis Records. All these have been cleaned as well, by the way. I've cleaned the best I can do them. Nice and shiny, isn't it? Alright. Now we've got David Bowie. As a lot of you know, I'm a really, really big fan of David Bowie. I did do a series last year of my David Bowie albums, and it went on for about 7 episodes. And those episodes went anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half on each episode. I did get a lot of nice comments and people praising me for doing it. It was a lot of hard work, to be honest, to do it. But yeah, but singles wise, I think I've got this one. I think I've got this one somewhere. Uh, David Bowie, Modern Love, which was from the album Let's Dance, wasn't it? But you get Modern Love, and then on the B side, you've got Modern Love performed live. It's a bit strange, isn't it? On EMI America. So this is from 1983. And you get the live version on the B side. A bit like Paul McCartney did in America, didn't he, when he did Coming Up? There was a studio version and a live version. Now in the UK, the studio version was the A side, but in America, you preferred the live version, didn't you? But, I mean, that looks like it's hard level. That looks like it's just come out of the factory, doesn't it? And in all honesty, that does look like it's just come out of the factory. You know, no wear or anything on that. Then there's this one. I've always liked this song, and again, on the Let's Dance album, we did actually sort of do a re-recording of this, but this is the original version of it, and it's Cat People Putting Out the Fire, which is from a very obscure film called Cat People. David Bowie wasn't in it, I don't think. He just did the theme tune to it. And this is on MCA Records. Excuse me. See these eyes are blue, 'cause I'm putting out fire. I'm putting out fire. Putting out fire with the gasoline. Putting out fire with gasoline. Fantastic song. Very, very underrated. This should have been a massive hit. Really should have been a massive hit. It's when you listen to the way he sings, it's very reminiscent of Scary Monsters and Super Creeps and Ashes to Ashes, Wild as the Wind and things like that. His vocal is very, very powerful on this. It really is. Yeah, again, that is in excellent condition, isn't it? Very, very pleased to have that. I really am. Well, I'm very pleased to have them all. Then there's this one, and I can remember this. I think, I don't know if this was originally like a jingle for advert or it was a single and then they used it for an advert, but it's "Don't be a dummy, don't be a dummy, don't be a dummy." I'm sure it was used for, I don't know if it was for jeans or something like that. And this is on Vertigo. Uh, John DeCan, "Don't be a dummy," and then the B side is "If I'm Making." Don't be a dummy, don't be a dummy. That sounds a little bit, and I do mean a little bit, like Gary Newman or Tubeway Army. Although Nick's Vinyl Butty might not agree with that one. That's just me. Yeah, ever one it wonder, once you, I think. Then we've got some of the more interesting stuff. Public Image Limited, John Lydon. This is Memories. And again, this cover is absolutely immaculate. Don't forget, when these records came out in the late 70s, early 80s, it was still quite rare to get a single with a cover. Because I think you had to pay something like 10 or 20 pence more to get the picture cover. That's if it came with one. A lot of them just came out in company sleeves. So that is the A side, Memories. And then the B side is Another. Another. That's basically what it just says. Not everybody's cup of tea, I know. But I always like a little bit of pill now and again. Especially some of the early stuff, like Public Image Limited. Hello, hello. Again, that looks like it could have been pressed yesterday. So wherever you got these records from, the Vinyl Vault, they obviously looked after them. Then there's this one. Um, this is a strange one. It is Death Disco. Again, it's by Pill. And if I remember rightly, John Lydon wrote this was it was either just after his mother died or when his mother was dying. And it's a bit like the music to Swan Lake, and it is a bit of a hard song to listen to, unless you're a die-hard fan. It is a very, very strange song. Um, you'd call it world music now, wouldn't you? At the time, I don't think this hardly got anywhere in the charts, or it didn't get a lot of airplay. Uh, the B side, "No Birds Do Sing," was actually okay. That wasn't too bad. So that is the A side again, with the Pill logo, Pill for Public Image Limited. And this is from 1979, this one. I think both of these tracks, if I remember rightly, was on the second Public Image Limited album, which was actually called Second Edition, because the first album was called First Edition. It looked like a newspaper. Yeah, fantastic. So then, that one. Quite rare to get, to be honest. In that sort of condition. Then there's this one. This one really did make me laugh when I saw that you'd sent me this one, mate. It sort of like made my day because I've had not going too much into it. I've had a few like really crap weeks. Um, I wasn't very well then. Something went off at work, and it made me even worse. And I nearly had a little nervous breakdown. To be honest, I didn't, but I wasn't far off. And when I saw this, I just thought, something. Whatever happens, when you can listen to things like this, it'll always bring a smile to your face. Splodginess Abound. It is punk. It's classed as punk, but it's like fun punk or comedy punk. Uh, the A side was supposed to be Simon Templar. Simon Templar, Simon Templar, Simon Templar, Simon. But the song that got the most plays, and then it was the hit, was £2 log and a pack of crisps, please. Have £2 log and a pack of crisps, please. Ding a ding a ding ding ding. £2 log and a pack of crisps, please. Ding a ding a ding 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 ding. Fantastic song, because that's all it says all the way through it. £2 log and a pack of crisps, please. And so on this you get 3 songs. So side A, Simon Templar. Side B is £2 log and a pack of crisps, please, and Michael Booth's Talking Bum. And all these got airplay on Radio 1 and things like that at the time. Like I say, it was like fun pop or fun punk, whatever you want to call it. I think he's still going now, Max Splodge, and it's on D-Ram, which is part of Decca, wasn't it? Injection moulded label. When did this come out? 1980. So if you ever get this, if you ever see this song or this single anywhere, it probably won't be in the picture disc on the picture sleeve, to be honest. But if you ever see this, just get it. And if you're having a crap day, just put this on, and it will just put a smile on your face. Nick's Vinyl Butty. Have you got this? Splodginessa Man. £2 log and a pack of crisps, please. Ding a ding a ding ding ding. That just brings back. That actually brings back memories of me when I was about 12, 13, maybe 14. That'd be 13. Yeah, 13 when that came out. And I can remember me and my mates, we all used to think this was fantastic. We tried to get it to be number 1. Because where I lived, there was a radio station called Radio Trent. And at the weekend, you could like ring up and ask for a song to be played. So me and my mates, there's about 20 of us, we kept ringing up saying, can you play Splodginessa Band? But they never did. I wonder why. No idea. Then we've got this one. This is the Members. Now, their big hit was The Sound of the Suburbs, wasn't it? So I don't know if this came before it or after it. I should imagine this came after it. Offshore Banking Business is the A side, and then Solitary Confinement is B side. Nicky Tesco, Vocals and Toast. All the names I used to pick for these bands, eh? RC, Vocals, Guitar. Charlie Vane, Vocals, Bass, Piano. Adrian Lillywhite, Drums. So this will be on Virgin, won't it? From 1979. Yeah, look at that. That looks like it's never ever been played. I'd be surprised if that has had more than half a dozen plays ever, or even half a dozen. I am sorry, I sounded very, very common then. Because I am. Then we've got this one. I'd never ever heard of this. Sleeping Lions Celebration. And on the B side is Wake Up and All. And that ain't all. Wake Up and That Ain't All. I don't know. Never heard of it. On CBS. You know how much airspace you used to get away like that? Remember that? They all used to put loads and loads of airspace on it, didn't they? I used to have a Mohican. But I used to use soap and water. I used to go like that, put it all up, then he left it, and then out it's rock hard. Yeah, so that's the A side. See that? And then that is the B side. Again, looks like it's hardly ever been played. It might not have been played because, like I say, I can't ever remember this, to be honest. And until I play it, I can't really say anything else about it. This is the wonder when people send you things. Sometimes they send you something, and you think you don't know it, and then you do, or you think you do know it, and then when you play it, you think, oh no, that's not what I thought it was. But no, the Sleeping Lions doesn't ring any bells whatsoever, ever for me on that one. So it could be one of these eureka moments where I listen to this and I think, bloody hell, why haven't I ever heard that song? Or it could be one of those moments where I play it and I think, well, I know why I haven't heard that song because it's rubbish or something like that. But that's the beauty of it, though, isn't it? Yeah, but it's not a nice picture disc, though. Picture sleeve, sorry, not picture disc. Yeah. Have any of you ever heard of this band? And then the last one is no, so there's two more. Sergeant Rock is gonna help me. Do, 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 do. Fantastic song, this. XTC. They came out when punk came out, but really they weren't a punk band, were they? There was more of a new wave band in a lot of ways. Had some fantastic records, singles, albums over the years. Very underrated band in a lot of ways. This one and we're only making plans for Nigel are probably their biggest hits in the UK, or the songs that people probably know them for the most. So on this you've got Sergeant Rock is going to help me, and then side 2 is Looking Through Another Cuba, and then Generals and Majors. Generals and Majors was a album track, wasn't it? Again, this is on Virgin, but you've got your own sort of like custom Sergeant Rock Virgin label. Sergeant Rock is going to help me. Do, 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 do. Check this out on YouTube. I think, if I remember rightly, there was a video to this, and the video was really, really good. And the video for We're Only Making Plans for Nigel is fantastic as well. It's a little bit creepy if you see it now, but yeah. So yeah, brilliant. I'm like a kid in a sweet shop, aren't I? I really am. All these things are bringing back, memories of when I was a lot younger than what I am now. Not just all because of the Beatles. I mean, stuff like this is the stuff I was listening to, really, before I got into the Beatles. So it is like somebody's given me a little time machine. And when I'm talking about these, it's not Beatle Dave, the 50-something-year-old bloke talking to you. It's Dave, the teenager, sat in his bedroom talking to you. That's how I feel. That's what it's made me feel like. It's made me feel like I'm back there in 1979, 1980, 1981 sort of time. And I used to spend a lot of time in my bedroom when I'm, out with mates and stuff, just listening to records and reading books. I mean, how many people do that now? Read books. A lot of kids don't read books anymore. It's all on computers, isn't it? And the last one is Stiff Little Fingers. Another very, very underrated band. And this is at the Edge. Sorry, I've got something in my throat. At the Edge, and the B-side is Silly Encores, Autumn 1979. Yeah, these were very, very underrated. I know at one time Bruce Foxton, out of the Jam, after the Jam had split up, actually was in the Stiff Little Fingers for a while, wasn't he? Kissless Records. Ah, yes. And I know why it's called Silly Encores now. Because on the B side, you've got Running Bear, do 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 do, and then their version of White Christmas. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, but a punky version of it. That's it. Again, been took back to 1980, whatever it is. Oh, fantastic. Vinyl Vault, mate. I was happy with him anyway, but now you've made me even more happy because you've took me back to my childhood in one way. Right, this video is getting on very, very long, so if you have got this far, please, if you're not subscribed, just think about subscribing to the channel, because then it helps promote the channel and it helps promote other channels as well. If you've liked the video, please leave me a comment or leave me a like, which is even better. I'm going to do a few twisting shout outs now. I'll be very, very quick. So the twist and shout out today, the first twist and shout out goes to Vinyl Vault. Very, very special twist and shout out. So here's your twist and shout out to the Vinyl Vault. Now, please check his channel out. Whatever you do, even if you haven't liked my video today, check his channel out. He should be on 2,000 or 3,000 subs easy. It's a fantastic channel. The rest of these are, well, the first one is a channel that I sort of remember watching him a year ago, and then for some reason I didn't see anything. But then yesterday I watched one of his, and it got a birthday, and it's Vinyl Monkey. So check his channel out again. Great channel. Then the rest are to you guys out there, people that follow the channel. So the first twist and shout out goes to Shine On You Crazy Diamond. So here's your twist and your shout out to Shine On You Crazy Diamond, who has been a sub of mine for around 2 years. Then we've got a twist and a shout out to my old mate Terry Man, who actually lives not far from me, but yet we've never met one another, but yet he always leaves me fantastic positive feedback on anything I do. So thank you so very much. Then there's a twist and a shout out to Ron Martin, again, a long time sub and supporter of the channel. Then we've got twist and a shout out to Alan Smith. Now, Alan Smith is a fantastic supporter of the channel, and he always sends me some, like, what do you call them, charts from where a Beatles single got in the charts, because in the 60s there was more than one chart, and they're always dead interesting to read. So thank you once again to Alan Smith. Then we've got Bobby Banana Man. There's your twist and your shout out to Bobby, again a long time supporter of the channel. And then this next one is, I don't know if this is a sub or a channel, to be honest. I think it's somebody who has subscribed to the channel, and this is a fantastic name for somebody that likes the Beatles or is subscribed to Beatles channel. And there's your twist, remember, twist, and the shout out goes to Imagine Number 9. What a great name! What a great name! That'd be a fantastic name for a channel, wouldn't it? So Imagine Number 9. Maybe you should do your own channel, yeah. And that's going to be it. So thank you once again to the Vinyl Vault. Don't forget, if you haven't checked his channel out, please do, and let's try and get him a few more subscribers, because he should be up there. He's a fantastic bloke. He's down to earth. It's all show and tell and things like that. And I'm sure as soon as you see his channel, you want to subscribe. Remember, you are the beat of Beatle Dave. Without you, this channel wouldn't really exist. And a splendid time is guaranteed for all on my channel. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, tell me why you haven't enjoyed it, unless, I know it has gone on for a while, but I did want to do justice to these records. So I hope you'll forgive me for that. And that's going to be it. So till the next time, hopefully tomorrow we will be at Chesterfield, by the way. So till the next time, it's peace, love and happiness to you all. And whatever you're doing, please stay safe. Remember to check out the Vinyl Vault. So until the next time, it's Beatle Dave saying, cheerio, my ducks.